And Spain are through to the final of Euro 2024 at the expense of France.
I cannot believe it. That's a big catastrophe, to be honest.
Man, I'm not used to this.
I'm not used to this. Yeah, France just this is new ground for me.
Before we bring in Biko, Kwanzaa, big shout out to Biko for coming through. Biko, sema kitu.
Young Biko sucks. Oh.
Anyway, anyway, man, I think I was also a France supporter. Not even I think I was, but my team too is there. So unajua bibi akishindwa.
No, bona akishindwa.
Hapana, nilikuwa naenda kusema mambo ya mistress lakini lama ya dondo.
You have to translate.
Oh, sorry.
For our
bibi akishindwa.
Okay, where the husband is unable, the wife will step in, eh?
And when the wife is unable,
the helper will step in. Whoever the helper is. Lakini jokes, man.
Alright, so with that being said, before we even get into it, we need to let Nyash get it off his chest.
Yeah.
You have 30 seconds.
Look, I feel some type of way about this, but I've met a nice team like Spain. If you want to lose to a team, you want to lose to a team like Spain. But Saliba did not have any good to skin as well. He thrives in those big matches. Wakati unadili na kina Morata, unajua anaweza slip off your grip. So, I mean, the flip side of this is Saliba rests and goes to cook for Arsenal next season. So, I think either way, it's kind of a bittersweet loss. If there's anything of that sort.
So when this game started, guys, we were live. By the way, we were live everywhere, and we had eaten the whole day. So we were eating when all the goals were entering.
Yeah. Sorry.
and Biko had to just step aside for a bit. But Kolomwani,
my goat,
he stepped in.
Yeah.
My goat
when he stepped out,
Kolomwani stepped in.
I don't like how he calls Kolomwani his goat.
Bro.
Why do you call Kolomwani your goat?
Yeah.
I think Kolomwani is a man for the moment. He's a man for moments. And he will always surprise you. He's like...
Especially the France fans.
Exactly. Like, he'll always surprise you. Like, during the World Cup final, I'd clenched everything. When I saw him take that shot, the tears were here. And then it was saved. Not he missed. He actually missed.
Yeah.
And then Martinez also missed. So I was like, he holds a special place in my heart. And then he scored today. And I was like, wow. But then in the quarterfinals, he missed again. So I think he's a player capable of moments.
Yeah, he is.
But
in the last video we did, you said Kolomwani is a verb, an adjective.
It's an adjective.
He's no longer a noun. You can Kolomwani a short.
Yeah, anything.
Or Hyun-Min Sing,
Hyun-Min Son or whatever.
Was acting in Kolomwani behavior.
yeah, Kolomwani did.
He was in a Kolomwani element. So, I mean, but for the first time I saw him scoring, I can't recall the last time I saw Kolomwani score.
But it was his head, bro.
We were surprised. I was surprised that he actually started. I know he started the last game.
Yeah.
But also Vitu zili shift kiasi. Like Rabiot was suspended.
It was Thuram who...
No. Kolomwani started the last game.
Quarters, yeah.
So, because Rabiot was out, then they did that whole midfield three, which we need to talk about. The shop. I have been defending you. People have been calling you the French Southgate.
I have not been defending him.
Southgate. And I can't speak English today. But
Espanol, eh?
Yeah, I was talking Espanol earlier. People have been calling me the French Southgate.
Yeah.
And I disapproved. But today I've seen these two colors.
There are kind of elements of Southgate in it.
That three in midfield.
It was dead as a dodo. Especially the
Three in
first half.
midfield, you mentioned it.
Yeah, and for me, coming into this game, I actually thought we might see the best of France, especially after the opening goal.
Yeah.
But mostly because this is a team that is designed to play towards France's strengths. So I assumed they would sit back a lot more, and then they would hit them on the break. When I saw that front three, I was like, okay, they're going to
pure base.
Yeah, they're just going to do a mid block, and then the minute they have some sort of press in the middle there, that's why you have three CDMs. One time pass, you know what Pogba was talking about, having Drogba in the team, yeah? That all you have to do is just start running and he'll put the ball in space and you'll get it. So absolutely none of that, yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely none of that. So I was like, wow, I'm not a UEFA licensed coach, but you know, even I know three CDMs.
Yeah.
And I mean, you saw N'Golo Kante was playing at 8, which was...
Hey, Kante, this was his true colors were shown in this game.
But you know, it's a bit odd that the second half, once it came on, they started cooking. Before even they were taken off, because eventually they were taken off. They were playing well, much better than they did the first half. I'm like, so what's the difference?
Do you think
Because
also
it's-
Spain just took the foot off the gas?
Yeah, I mean-
and they're like, we know they're going to come at us. Let's just soak in what we can.
You know,
Yeah.
football psychology is that way. You know, you're in a semi-final. These are quality players. You're 2-1 up. You've gone into halftime with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah.
You're not coming to push the envelope and push and have fullbacks bombing forward. And that's something Spain did extremely well. Yeah, we can look back at the second half and say France played really well, but can we talk about any clear chances they
No,
had?
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
chances.
You know, there's playing well, but then if your pressure is if there's no
There's
actual,
no pressure. There's no
yeah,
pressure.
like the keeper is saving over and over again. You know, that's where you're so close, you're hitting the post.
Yeah.
You're not getting those chances. Like they're
They're
not
not as
hitting
close
on
as
target.
that.
They were more dominant because they were actually not camping in their own half.
Yeah.
I actually think De La Fuente did something like very, I would call it Arteta-esque, not even Pep-esque, which is he allowed he allowed France to have pointless possession.
Yeah.
So just very ineffective, pointless possession. So they had the ball, but they were just cycling it round, then getting very low probability shots. So it's just straight at Unai Simon.
Yeah, very easy
catch,
for
lie down, and then when they recovered possession, they just kept the tempo going.
Yeah.
That's why you notice the wingers were only taken off after the 90th minute because they wanted to keep the width. Keeping the width basically neutralized France because all these guys were hugging the touchline, and when they passed in, they would follow the run into the box, forcing somebody to track in with them. So no chance for France to actually counter that.
Who did you, producer? Please check for us who was man of the match. Who do you think was man of the match? I said Dani Olmo. You said?
You know, honestly, I think it could be Lamine. It could be Lamine.
I said between Lamine and Cucurella.
Okay, so we're actually shooting this like just after the game, so you don't know who man of the match was.
Yamal.
Oh, Yamal got man of the match. Shout out to Yamal.
Fantastic goal.
I thought they'd give Yamal because, honestly, if you look at this game, while we're praising Spain for managing the game, nobody really scored clear-cut chances. Maybe France created a chance to score, yeah? But for Spain, you know, it was a worldie. I think Saliba or somebody cleared the ball in the France defense.
No, but Nani's chance was a proper chance. Dani Olmo. He actually hit the shot badly.
No, I know, but what I mean is even the chance Dani Olmo got was a bad clearance, you know? That's how he received the ball. You can't say there was interplay.
But would you say that was part of their game plan with the high press?
For sure. I'm just saying like there was no build-up play towards how Spain played in true form to how they usually play. Where there'll be like 10 passes before a fullback overlaps, cuts the ball back in, then you're like, okay, they built a goal.
Yeah.
You know, Lamine just hit a worldie. No coach is blaming, you know, Maignan or whatever you want to call
Mike Mignon.
Or Saliba or Upamecano. Today we can't really put it on French defenders to be like, even for Koundé, the ball is going out.
Yeah.
But as the defender, he's got to jump in. So
Yeah, but Chomeni, he was done and dusted for that goal. Dani Olmo just did a number on him, bro. And Koundé could not help himself. I mean, you can't blame Koundé for that, but Chomeni, bro.
But I think to be fair, I feel like this is the most rattled I've seen the French backline this entire tournament.
Yeah, so far.
Like they were making mistakes and they were they're so used to like punching each other on the chest, Nini and pushing. This one, it's like, hey,
there's no
dude,
punching
you're
each other.
alone.
No,
You're
no,
alone.
yeah.
Koundé is alone because that
Yeah.
was an OG, right?
Yeah. And Theo Hernandez, I think he was getting a bit cooked on that hand side of his.
by Yamal.
Yeah.
Rabiot has to swallow his words.
Actually,
Yeah.
I haven't. Did you guys see Upamecano in this game?
Nah. Just a weird header he had sometime.
Oh yeah, the chance he missed.
Yeah.
Mbappe. I've just remembered Mbappe. Okay, credit first. The assist was really dope.
Yeah, it was.
I think that's the best thing he did throughout the match.
The last shot he had at the end of the game, what was that? Yeah, dude, like
That was
Actually, for me, what I thought was disappointing about that was I expected just a bit more composure. And
Yeah.
even if he had gotten it on target and it doesn't go in, I think it raises the team spirit.
Exactly.
Guys are like, this thing is actually
Yeah.
possible because we know Spain have it in them to concede a late goal. We saw it against Germany, you know? Like when they're under pressure, they're not as experienced, you know? Those young wingers will not fall back like Yamal guys and Nico, you know? They won't track back as much. So they won't track back as much and those kind of things. So you could have taken advantage of that.
Yeah.
But France, I mean, Griezmann looked like a daisical, man. He just came, did fashion show.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
I think they generally nullified. And you know, this is what we will have this conversation. I was telling you, England, if England meet France and also meet, I feel like England have the counters to every plan that Netherlands can throw at them.
Yeah, that's true.
So like how if England Netherlands plan A is Cody Gakpo, right?
Yeah.
These guys will just put Kyle Walker there, and Kyle Walker is very good one-on-one defending and has pace.
Yeah.
And they play with the back three. So even if he cuts back, he's cutting back into
But positioning
then they're playing with Kobe and they're playing with Declan Rice. So Declan Rice is actually, that's his perfect trade.
Yeah.
Waiting for those cutbacks, right? Then their plan B is to bring Vergostin. These guys can even take Konsa in, right? Like bring Konsa in and now you have three.
Konsa as well.
So they have counters. So the only place Netherlands can beat England, in my opinion, is in the midfield. Like Schouten and Varman. But anyway, that's that point. With France today, I was like, what can they throw that Spain can't handle? Because Spain were nullifying them, not because Spain are great defensively, but they also attack in a way that nullifies your offense.
Yeah.
Best form of defense is
attack, but it's just because, okay, let's just throw it out there and hypothetically imagine Klopp was managing France. What in-game decisions do you see from Jurgen Klopp in this situation? That because he reacts not with the greatest personnel, and France has great personnel. Like look at the guys on that bench. You have Emery, this guy from PSG. You know, like good number 8 going forward. You have such skillful people. Pace.
Or you even switch to a back 3. You go with Koundé.
Those guys,
Saliba,
and
then you actually have someone who can cross the ball on the wing.
Exactly.
And you every time Dembele cuts in, there's an outside ball.
Exactly.
Like, that's an example.
There's versatility that, for me, the manager just did not bring to the table.
Yeah.
He's played it safe this entire time, but you're 2-1 down. There's no time to play it safe. You cannot have 3 CDMs. Yeah.
Against Spain.
3 CDMs.
You need to make them work.
Yeah.
You need to make them work.
And they cannot be sitting flat, because think about it. Like, even in other games before, they've just been exposed. And I told you this before the game. N'Golo Kante cannot be the guy arriving in the box, because his strength does not lie in giving a killer final ball.
Yeah,
he's a great player, but he's not the best attacking-minded player. He can be the guy who is your outlet arriving in the box. I just don't see it, you know?
Yeah.
And not only that, but he's been playing in Saudi, yeah? So it's not, he's been playing against the highest competition in the box.
Yeah, as well. I think he pleased to deceive. Is it in the first game or the second game where he had a dazzling performance? Yeah. Then after that, he
won against Austria.
Yeah, he played quite well. I mean, Austria is a good opponent, so even if he produced a performance, you know, like he did there, that's not a problem. But I think for me, I have a problem with Mbappe.
Agenda, master agenda.
That's our captain. There's nothing captain-ish that he did in today's game. I mean, okay, there's the assist, but after that, there's nothing else he did. He didn't cook for us. The chance that he got, those are the chances that you want Mbappe to get, honestly. Have him running one-on-one to a defender, and he can, of course, go around him or do whatever he's supposed to do, and then, like he said, at least have it on target. And of course, that kills the psyche in the team. I know it was the last dying minute of war, but I think we should have done much better in this game.
I personally am more like the tactical setup was bad, because again, Spain did not get just one chance. Yeah, they were creating consistently and putting themselves in dangerous positions. France did not do that.
They didn't create as much as they did actually. In the quarters,
they were not allowed to be dangerous at all. So,
but they scored their first goal from open play.
Funny, but after that, like, they sat back. They went back into the default. They did the England thing. You've seen England this entire tournament where they go ahead.
Yeah,
oh my God, we have a lead.
And Spain came back quickly. Because by 24th minute it was 2-1.
It was 2-1.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You can't. For me, the tactical setup for the game, I'm like.
I think Mbappe being the star player, there's always much expected from him. So when he doesn't produce in such games, of course, you gotta take some flack.
What do you expect?
Exactly. He's a star player. Bro.
It's hard to see, like, this is like probably Giroud's last game.
Yeah, indeed.
This is probably like Kante, like, we're just being honest. Okay, maybe he went to try because he plays in Saudi.
Yeah.
These are the only times he plays in front of a crowd. So he gets happy.
No, but you know, this is a good shake-up for this French team, because they need to, like, kind of get rid of, not really the old guys, but
the aura is gone.
Yeah, they need to accept that it's Tchouaméni and Camavinga's time not to be subs or unsure, but to be mainstays and to step up. You know, Zaire Emery needs to be like, okay, I need to fight my way into this team.
But don't you feel like Tchouaméni and Camavinga need to actually be regular starters for Real first?
That's true, but you see at Real, it was kind of like they have this huge pot, and they've been forced to fight their way to the team by playing left back, not playing some days. Now Wazee wameenda, Cruz is gone.
Yeah, so now next year they're justified, right? Because why would I, honestly, Rabiot is still one of the older ones, right? And to be honest, first 3 games he was okay. He was okay. There's a game he was really good. He was above average, and then he was really good in one game. Why would I start Kamavinga or Chouameni in place of someone like Rabiot, who provides more experience than any of them.
So it has to be one of them.
Plays every week. These guys are yet to play every week. I'm not saying they're bad, but they also just need to be in the throes of the game, week in, week out.
I mean, but you know, that argument then you should not have played Kante, because Kante's been injured for a long time, even in Saudi.
We don't know though.
We don't know.
Have you ever watched a Saudi game?
Unfortunately. Just to laugh at Ronaldo playing with Bakers. Just to laugh at him playing with those Bakers.
But the shaker you're talking about, does it also involve the coach though?
Definitely. Like, look, Deschamps has gotten away with it because he won a World Cup and then he somehow got to a final, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's not the kind of guy you can be like, your job is done, unless you're Germany. Germany is one, they have the Bayern coach on speed dial. They just sack you, they call him. They're like, come, you do this job. But now, I mean, France scored 1 goal in open play.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no hiding from the plain facts.
Yeah, you can't hide from that.
You can't hide from that. I mean, even if I want to be his supporter, I'm like, he scored 1 goal in open play, and if you list the forwards he has,
they should be getting minimum
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
They should be getting minimum.
I think Harambee Stars has scored more goals in open play.
All right, to finish off,
Yeah.
does England or Netherlands have a chance against Spain?
Bro, whoever goes up against Spain, uphill task. Honestly. I hope it's England because of selfish reasons.
Yeah.
That goes to the final, of course, because I want a national player to be there.
No, the first not players.
Yeah, they'll be 4 national players.
Yeah.
Either way, whichever wins, there'll be a national player. But I think whoever gets against Spain, these guys are cooking, man. They are really good. They never tire. They close you down. They attack you with speed. They are clinical as well. You're in trouble whoever goes up against Spain.
Biko?
I think they're very beatable. But
Who's Spain?
Yeah, you just have to play like a grown up, not these things we are seeing here.
Like Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, basically that boring football of Southgate. If he gets some corner header and he sits back, there's nothing they're going to do. They will not dominate aerially. Kyle Walker is going to have the time of his life stepping on Nico Will. That's and Luke Shaw. You know Luke Shaw the way he's a kabaddi builder. Lamine is going to be in the touch.
Luke Shaw is a sub now. Trippier is on that wing.
Whoever it is has to be ready for if you have to destroy the game to beat Spain.
Make it murky.
Yeah, you make it murky. Like, this is when Jose should be the manager.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, no, these guys, they want to come here and play slick football. Make sure there's no slick football. And then you win.
Good luck with that.
Because with Spain, they're tactically flexible, but so far, I haven't seen them have another fall plan. Like, we can go long.
They did it in the first game.
No, they sat back and tried to do the counter-attack thing, but they're not going to go long body for body.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. So, that's our recap for this game.
But still,
Hopefully,
La Roja.
Nyash will let us know if he's coming through for England versus Netherlands. And before we go, Nyash,
Yes.
what do you do? Tell us where people can find you.
You can always find me on Football Digest KE. That's also my sports channel, just like Box2Box. You can find us on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We do watch parties as well. We have been doing the watch parties for the Premier League. We shall be doing that once again once the season resumes. So you can always check us out on that. Oh, and also we do radio. I do radio. You can always listen to Kiss and Classic every Saturday from 3 to 7 p.m.
I think even us we need to invite it because tuko na sura ya radio pia sisi.
Sauti nyororo ya kutoa nyoka pangoni.
You Biko, where can they find you?
I thought Nyash was going to say he's an electrical engineer pale KPLC. Mimi mnaweza ni power fifth floor pale electricity house. Mnaweza kuja mkunywe chai na maandazi.
If they want to address you, they just address at Box2Box.
At Box2Box, yeah.
That is my handle.
Yeah, msiniweke namba mali nisalimiwe, please.
Unamuliza handle yako ni gani na hashtag. Alright guys, that's a wrap for us. And on to England versus Netherlands.
Anything but England.
Big team. Kukure is the goat.
Aye, wait.